Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to start part 3 of our 10th unit, from which we are going to get 3 2 marks questions, and our 12th question on the board is sex ratio in Telangana. Like while filling some kind of forms, any form, you find an option that is sometimes gender or sometimes sex, and you tick either on male or on female. So in the same way, the sex ratio in Telangana means what is the ratio of males and females in Telangana, means how many females are there and how many males are there, we need to find out. Now this is the definition. Sex ratio can be defined as number of females per 1000 males population. What is the actual definition of sex ratio? The number of females per 1000 males population. So according to our 2011 census, which census? 2011 census, there are 990 females per 1000 males population in Telangana. How many females are there? 990 females are there per how many males? 1000 males. These 1000 males is fixed. Only female population will be changing. Is that clear? In the definition also you can find number of females per 1000 males population. That means 1000 is fixed. It is constant. It will not change. But female population is changing. So according to 2011 census, there are 990 females per 1000 males in which state? In Telangana, and 940 females per 1000 males in India. So you just observe, we are discussing about Telangana and India. In Telangana it was 990 and in India it is 940. So which one is the higher? Telangana is higher. So therefore Telangana is having more female population when compared at the national level. National level means throughout the country India. If we observe, Telangana is having more female population. Is that clear? So sex ratio is nothing but number of females per 1000 males population. Is that clear? Then according to which census? 2011 census, there were 990 females per 1000 males in Telangana and 940 females per 1000 males in India. Let us go with the 13th definition, that is GDDP. That is nothing but gross domestic product is nothing but GDP. But we are having GDDP, that means gross district domestic product. Generally we have read GDP, but here we are having double D. So one D is for district. So gross district domestic product is the sum of volume of goods and services. It is the sum. Sum means addition. Sum of volume. Volume means how many goods and services are produced. So it is the sum of volume of goods and services produced in a year during the geographical boundaries. In the geographical boundaries means, for example, if this is a country India, we are talking about the geographical boundaries of the district accounted without duplication. Means without duplication we need to count it, that too in only the boundaries of a district. Very simple. It is the sum of volume of goods and services which are produced in a year in a district and without duplication is nothing but gross district domestic product. Coming to 14th one, it is child population. Child population means it comes under the age group of 0 to 6 years. So the age group of 0 to 6 years come under the child population and this child population have been reducing, have been declined or came down because of these three reasons. The first one is family planning. Because of family planning practices, means these are the centers which will guide to just tell how much population is required for a country, means how much minimum population must be there, how many members must be there in your family. You should not have overpopulation, so they'll guide how to have a small family. So the first reason why the child population have came down is because of family planning practices. The second one is literacy, means persons get educated. If you are educated, then you will have a perfect knowledge on the size of family you must have. Then the last one is higher incomes. For example, in agriculture sector, we have discussed that they were having large families. Why? Because they want more income. More the number of persons in a family, more the family earnings. This was their type of thinking when they were having less income. But now the people's income have been increased. That means because of higher income also they want small family. Because high income, they don't want much children in family because they can satisfy their own needs. In agriculture, a big family and more earnings they want. But now we have good income, so we do not want more children in family. With less children also we can live a happy life. So child population have been reduced because of three reasons: family planning practice, literacy, and the last one is higher incomes. We have discussed sex ratio in Telangana, then GDP, then child population. Let us go with the second definition, that is food and non-food crops. What is the question? Food and non-food crops. So under food crops you get cereals, millets and pulses. Cereals means, for example, you can take rice, you can also take wheat, barley, rye, etc. These all things come under cereals. Then millets. Under millets you get various kinds of dals. Alright, dals will come under pulses. So under millets we get jowar, we get bajra. Alright, so these things come under millet. In pulses you get various kinds of dals. You can also take a chana dal or various kinds, whatever it is. So those things comes under pulses. So what are food crops? Cereals, millets, pulses. What are food crops? Cereals, millets and pulses. Then what are non-food crops? Those are cotton, oil seeds, sugarcane, chilies, tobacco, vegetables and flowers come under non-food crops. What are food crops and what are non-food crops? You just need to write in the definition. The last and final definition of unit number 10 is 16th definition, that is operational holding. The Government of India, GOI means Government of India, conducts census of land holdings for every 5 years. Means every 5 years the Government of India will conduct a census in which prescribed land holdings will be mentioned. Means it is divided into marginal, small, semi, medium and large. These are all the area of holding. How much each person must have minimum holding of land, that will be mentioned in this census, which will be conducted by the Government of India for every 5 years. So we have completed all the definitions. Hope you have understood all the points. Write it for 5 times, learn it for 10 times and practice well for your examinations. See you in the next class with some more and interesting topics. Till that, stay home, stay safe and always keep practicing.